Happy Wednesday. Today we're gonna go through a bunch of markets. I'm looking for some really little pocket markets to obviously make some six figures on. So let's see what we could find today. I really want to find some of these like bigger spread deals, right? Because we have some deals that are like buy for 20, sell for 40. I don't typically do them, but they've been more of a hassle than they have been for the bigger deals. Um, so we're on Land Insights. We're gonna start there today. Um, Let me get this going. I want to show you guys a couple things that are going to be coming up, especially because we have the Mastermind coming up. So we got the Mastermind coming up. Obviously, you guys know this. This is the Mastermind. If you guys are coming, it's going to be amazing. Tickets are really selling out fast. Last week, I'd said we had a bunch of tickets left over. Not a lot, but a few in the standard pre-sale tickets. It's right now. It's actually closing up really fast. VIP is 100% sold out. This is our schedule, the agenda. It's going to be awesome. Friday, we have, if you're a VIP, so this will not obtain to anybody because you guys missed the boat. So event day 1, registration, breakout sessions, and speaking. Then we have lunch, all that stuff. And this is the most important part right here. Boom. Is this all this networking right here. This is the biggest thing right there. And Sunday, obviously, we got the rest of the speakers coming up, more networking, all that jazz. So it's going to be awesome. Here's all the different places to stay, where we're located, all that jazz. So it's going to be a good one. Everybody who's speaking, there's my dumbass right here. So I'm going to be talking about this. Let me give you guys a little sneak peek. So this is something that I put together for Inside Leah. Now, if you come to the event, you will get this. So this is a complete sales guide that I've created, and I'm using all different types of trainers. So Brian Tracy, Dan Sullivan, Alex Ramosi. So whoever you kind of identify with, I tailored approaches towards them and responses towards them. So you can see here's you can double close. Here is not, handling objections. I don't trust the process. I don't want to deal with the hassle of selling. I need to consult my family advisor. I think I get a better list price. So what I do is I come up with everybody's approach to Chris Voss, tactical empathy and mirroring, and then I tailor the response basically towards that. So I want to hold on to the investment. I want to hold on to the land for investment, everything. So this I'm going to be giving away at the Mastermind. So you have to go to the Mastermind to get this. It's awesome. It is about 40 pages long. And I have some other stuff that goes with it. So if you're there, you're going to get a copy of it. If you're not, well, sorry. So it's going to be pretty awesome. So Leah, landinvest.co/mastermind. It's also right below. Go check that out. So, all right. So I want to do some market selection. Why? Because I want to make some more money. So here we are. We're going to pop over to Land Insights, right? If you guys haven't been using Land Insights lately, all my markets come up now. So when you have if you save a my market on here, it'll populate on here. So you don't have to look which ones are yours. Obviously, we know you can do campaign scrubbing. Here's my realtor reports, my land scrubbing. We'll probably scrub some stuff today. That's some skip tracing. This is cool. You could add a photo in here. You could add on property lines and things like that. So if you want to spruce something up to get your listing photo, maybe your main one done, you could do that here. It's completely free. It's all part of it. There's a lot more stuff coming up too with the data side of things is going to be off the hook. So for now, we're just working with the actual map, and we'll get data soon, and I'll key you guys in on all that stuff. Okay, so I am trying to think. I want to make some money. So what I want to do is I want to look for some larger properties. Let's start with 20 to 40s. And I want to look at I want to see. Let's go with sold in 6 months. All right, let's go by zip code. Okay, let's see how far we got to go in until it starts showing up. There we go. Okay. So hot. So I'm going to scroll down here first all. So we got that. Now what I want to do is I want to go in the sold 6 months. I want to do greater than or equal to 6. Apply. Okay, and I want to see active. So actually active, I don't really necessarily care about active for this type of thing I'm looking for, and I'll show you exactly why I don't really care about active. But what I do care about is sold. I want to make sure there's properties that I've actually sold. And I'm not actually going to be looking at the STR today, right? So that's another little thing. I'm basically looking at a couple different things. I want to look at the days on market today, and I want to look at the solds. Okay, so let's start here. Let's go days on market. We're actually gonna sort this. Sort. Sorry, just like that. So less is better, obviously, for days on market. You don't want a high. So we know 6 have sold. So we got Douglas County, Washington. That's interesting. So after we find a market like that, what we're going to do is we're going to pop over to here, Redfin. Now I'm going to go to Douglas County, WA. Douglas County, WA. Okay. So this was a specific zip code, 98858. So here's Douglas County. Let's do 98858. See how it's pretty interesting. See how there's not a lot of activity. Let's see where this takes me. It might take me up right to that area. Okay, so there's something going on in this specific zip code. Now I want to see solds, land, 1 year. Let's go no max. Let's go 20 plus. Okay, let's see what's going on. Okay, so in here we got 13. All right, so it looks like somebody did like a subdivision or something here, right? So that's somebody did like a subdivision, couple plots right there. This looks like more of desert squares. So this isn't my ideal type of property that I like doing. So let me keep looking, but I might skip this one. Okay. I'm not a big fan of the desert squares or like stuff like that. Even though they make money, I don't know. For me, I'm like, if I want to get something, I really wanted something that looks nice. So let's just look at Douglas County in general. So Douglas County is all over. We got some activity here. We got pockets over here. So I'm not a big fan of this right now. So let's move on. So let's check out Westmoreland County. So 22469. So the cool thing about using land insights to pick markets is instead of like typically you have to like, okay, let's go by the sell-through rates, go exactly by these numbers to find out my metrics and find properties. If you use the data to manipulate it any other way, you could kind of like figure out your own way of finding markets, right? And that's kind of what I do is I look at stuff and I'm like, okay, well, people are, flipping land based on, 75% sell-through rate in 3 months and like all these numbers, right? But then if everybody does the same thing, guess what? You're all going to be mailing the same places, okay? There's activity all over the country. This country is massive, right? There's something like there's like 3,000 something counties in the US that you can mail to. So by sticking to one area, you're really like shooting yourself in the foot. Okay, so this is the Virginia Maryland border. This is actually close to Virginia Beach, which is down here. So this is more a little bit north. So let's see, where'd they go? All right, so we got sold land, 1 year, 20 acres plus. So we only got a few. So what I'm looking now, I want to see how fast stuff is selling. So let's look at this. So we got listed active March. Okay, so this that's not a good sign, right? Look how long that's sat on the market. 3 years, 4 years. Oh boy. That's crazy. So that's what you don't want is that. Okay, so let's see what this guy looks like. So we got 30-acre lot, 4,400 an acre. February 28th to March 28th. That's what we like to see. See, this is what I like to see. When you're listing something February 28th and it's going active in 5 days, it tells you, okay, something's good here. I like that. So let's see what else we got. This guy went February 28th month. Okay, so I think something was going on here with the listing. It's probably all like the same listing or something. Yeah, see, it all went pending the same day. So somebody might have sold a multi-track and somebody was like, I just want everything. And they just bought it all. Beautiful piece right here. Look at that. The water, rare opportunity, large per 30 acres plus. This is taking way too long for me. Okay, so too slow of a market for me. So let's keep going. Let's Cass County MO 64747. Let's check that out. 64747. Okay, so this is also all right. So we got a couple. So a lot of the one of the negatives with this market, some of this stuff could be non-disclosure. Basically, you don't list it and stuff like that. Doesn't mean you can't get the data or get something close to it, but it does change it. So this is selling June 9th to March 24th. Too long. Way too long for me. It is a giant parcel though, so that does affect how long things take. Track 2, 20 acres. I don't know if anybody watched the video I did last week. I showed you guys how to do marketing for free. Definitely go check that one out again. That was definitely something that everybody should be doing. You could go pick markets and stuff like that for completely free. No ad spend or anything like that. I just did it last week. Go check it out. And I've had a bunch of people send me properties already. Actually, that I think we have 3 that are like really solid deals that we're going to be able to take down. So those people that sent them, if we end up getting them locked up, they'll each make one deal was like a 400K spread. So they'll easily make after lenders and everything like that over 200K, and all they got to do is just help dig in, find some leads, and I'll do the rest. So go check that out if you didn't watch it. It was last week. So, okay, so these are going a little faster. It's not that's worst. 200K. 26th, May 31st. Okay, I like that. March 1st to July 25th. Okay, cool. All right, let's keep looking a little bit longer. So Minnesota, so we're coming up to winter, right? So I don't really want to be hitting northern counties, Minnesota, Michigan, things like that. Actually, yeah. So what we try to stay away from is like Minnesota, Dakotas, Wisconsin, Michigan, things like that. We kind of want to stay away from them a little bit. I would love to hit South Dakota actually. That is an awesome state. Maybe I'll look into that next. Okay. So Washington, Virginia, Amherst County. So 24521. 24521. There we go. Lots of activity here. So let's see what we got. Sorry, a lot of activity happening. So they listed this wrong, you can see, but once they priced it decently right, they got an actual offer. Okay, so this one, 101 acres, 100K price drop, $1 million views, beautiful outhouse, lovely. I like this. So 489. So they priced it wrong, dropped it 100K, and still sold way under market. So everybody's reaching out here at 289. So they're reaching for these big numbers and they're not getting them. Where are we in Virginia? Okay, so we're in the middle. $52 acres with a cabin. 254. Yeah, it sold pretty damn quick. Okay. I like this. So 245 What county is this? So let's go. Let's add that. We're gonna add that. We're gonna save that one. I like that number. I like the numbers right here. Um, okay. I'm looking at some other numbers here. So we got this Washington. So we got Stevens County, Baldwin County, Morgan County, 30650. Oklahoma, this guy. White County, 38583. Okay. 38583. I just want to check another one, but I think I'm going to go with this Virginia one. I like this. Searching for good zip codes, great and all that. Until you go pull the data and find there's only 1,500 records. No, I don't think so, John. We'll pull it right now, and I'll see how many records there are. There's probably about 800 to 1,000 in that market. So, but you could always add buffers and go into other counties. Like, look, if there's demand in that zip, more than likely there's demand around that zip. Okay, so it's not like it's the end of the world. Okay, so when I'm looking at Tennessee markets, I want to make sure I'm not in, like, I mean, you could do these areas, it's fine. The problem is when you scrub, like, we got to really be particular when we're scrubbing. So over here, it's not too hilly and all that jazz. So that's really like what we like to see. So let's check above 20 acres. Okay, we got some action here. 45. Dreams get true. So let's see how fast this baby sold. 450. Okay, so it took a little time. June 18th. I think if they priced it a little bit lower, it would have sold faster. This and that. Okay, sweet. I'm liking this market too. So we got listed active about 2 months. Okay, that ain't bad. All right, so let's start with here. Let's do Virginia first. So let's go to Land Vision. Yeah, That's what I want. Right here, LV. You might just get stuck. Little hard on the time. 4521. Two, 4. The nice thing is when you are searching for a zip like this, I could actually still just click this because they didn't get rid of that feature. Oh, maybe they did. They just got rid of it. Those jerks. Okay. That's annoying. All right, so let's go to property search, vacant land. We're going to look for vacant land. And I want to look at characteristics above 4 acres. And the last thing is location. I want to go zip. And then it's 24521, 24521. Mm-mm-mm. Get going in a while. A lot of these aren't showing up. It's A1. So residential single family residence. So some of this is not showing. Let's check out. So something goes on here. Sometimes like property type, miscellaneous residential. I'm thinking. I got quite a few, over 1,000 visible. Just curious why it's not showing everything, like anything over here. So let's see, we are looking at miscellaneous residential. So let's go here, miscellaneous residential. All right. So sometimes just curious why some stuff is not coming up. Just a little strange. What was I thinking? Could be the zoning, things like that. Okay. Anyways, let's just do what we got at the list. It's gonna be nice when Land Insights has everything that I could just pull, scrub, everything like that. It is in the subject zip code, so the zip code is all right here. You can see the zip code outline. I think it's just a zoning classification, something with the zoning that it's not showing it. So there's another way we could do it here. Let's go property search, advanced search. Okay. So we go include area. So we're gonna go land use. I'm gonna go vacant land. Select all. Okay, so that might help. And then lot size greater than or equal to 4. And then location zip is 24521, 24521. Okay, cool. Let's apply this filter. See if we get some different things that populate when I do this. Okay. It's just the way it's classified. It's not a big deal. We'll just put what we got. So export to CSV. We're going to go back into land insights, and I'm going to go land scrubbing. Okay. Next. That's all good. Yep. Yep. Perfect. All right, cool. So that's scrubbing. So while it's scrubbing, I'm going to actually just pull that over 38583. 38583. So I'm going to go close list. Now, the same thing I'm going to do here is 47185. 47185. Apply filter. Mm-hmm. Come on, baby. Just refresher. Sometimes you got to refresh it. When you're doing too much, so the reason I use this, Maria, is it is Land Vision's really great, especially if you're working with builders and things like that. Has a bunch of different layers. So it's kind of designed, that's what it was kind of designed for, was builders. So what I like about this is I can pull unlimited data. I don't have to worry about like limits or per record pulls. So like if I wanted to pull, 100,000 records today, it's all built into the price that I'm paying. Now you could get it yourself. It's like 8 or 9 grand. But if you're with a group, which I am being inside Leah, I'm able to get it for like 5K. So it really is beneficial. But the cool thing is, pretty dang soon, you're going to be able to pull unlimited data with Land Insights. So they rolled out the early adapters pricing and stuff like that. And they're going to be rolling out everything pretty dang soon. So once they do that, that's going to be awesome. You'll be able to pull it. Now, the nice thing about it is it's very land investing specific, the way they're doing things. So it's going to be a lot easier to pull data, manipulate data, things like that. So as soon as I get info on it, I'll let you know. As soon as I actually get it, you'll be seeing me on here with it. So pretty dang cool. So we can land. I don't know what's going on today. Select all. Characteristics, lot size, greater than or equal to 4. I know my scrub list is done already. Location, county, zip, 38583, 38583. There we go. We got something going on here. BEAEU24. Okay, cool. So I want to actually tag this one as well. So this is done. Oops, I deleted that. So that's done, which is good. Okay, cool. Add to list. So another thing is if you wanted to really like price this easier, you could go in and say, I want to look for a low genie on Land Insights. And if you do that with a low genie, that'll help you when you go to price it. It's going to make it a lot easier to price. You don't have to worry about like, the market fluctuating in different areas and all that stuff. So it's actually really cool. So let's go this. Let's export to CSV. Okay, so Virginia, I'm going to go land filters. I want to go 4 acres plus apply. So let's check my sold data. I want to make sure we're going back 1 year, 4 acres plus. And okay, cool. See 25 homes. Come from. We're also going to look at the for sales. I just want to see what's active here, what their pricing is. Okay. Go back and check it. So downloaded that. Boo. Cool. Let's go to Drive. Let's go here. Okay, county pricing. Scrub. So this is stuff that we're scrubbing currently or been scrubbed. So we're going to go file new. Oop, whoops, wrong button. Wrong button. Count 1. County pricing. Step 1. So we're going to go new. So let's just make a copy. Scrubbing template. Make copy. From. So renaming this. This is going to be called 24521. 24521. Okay. Let's go back here. 24521. 24521. BA. Okay. We'll open this guy up. Raw data. So I'm going to go import. Oh, I got to do this first. So Land Insights scrubbed. View and download. So we could see all the stuff that's already been scrubbed. So we have 30% was scrubbed out. So mail reduction costs $154. So cool. So I'm going to download the entire data set just because I like to kind of harness that stuff and hold it. And then I'll mess with it later on. So I'm going to go upload, browse, scrub all parcels, upload. Everybody's current sheet, import data. Okay, cool. Did it. Cool. Okay, so this is going to tell me all my stuff: wetlands, landlocked, yada yada yada. Farmland structure, entitlement. So it tells me everything about what the parcel is. So if it's odd shaped, if it's anything weird, it's going to give it a tag, right? So if it's unknown, it's going to say unknown. But if it's known, it's going to say known, right? So what we do. Really great. Okay, so landlocked. See, any of these are landlocked? I don't want them, right? Because I don't want to mail landlocked property. So any of these two, these I'm going to get rid of. And then any of these to these, I'm going to get rid of. So let's do this. I'm going to grab this real quick. I'm going to create another sheet. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go File, Import, Upload, Browse. Here's my Redfin data. So let's go call this acres. This is PPA. And then we'll call this. So we're going to get rid of a lot of this stuff. Delete. Okay, we're going to go delete. So not a big data set, and that's okay. I mean, I'm going to use it because I do like this little pocket. But when you got to be careful is when it does have a small data set like that, getting your pricing is going to be tough, right? So you got to really know marketing and things like that. It goes this divided by 43,560 equals this divided by this. That's my PBAs. These two we're going to change to format, number, currency. Cool. Cool. All right, so let's view, freeze, one row. And we're going to create filters. So we're going to go here. Okay, cool. Bird. And then he was gone some beach. All right, so I'm just going to glance quickly and see if there's any outliers. So we could see in this pocket right here, I do have some outliers, right? So we got this guy right here, big outlier. And this guy up here, big outlier. So let's see why they sold for so much. I really don't see any reason why this thing sold for extra money, to be honest with you. But I don't want it to skew my results. And same thing here. Why did this sell for so little? Nice 5-acre track. Your stick belt double wide modular home. How long did it take to sell? And it took a while to sell too. Crazy. The fact that it took a while. There must be something inherently wrong with the property because like they just bought this and then they sold it right away for a loss. So there's something negative, some kind of negative attribute for this property. So I don't want to keep that. Let's delete that. Let's get rid of this guy. What did this thing sell for? Why? It's a public record. All right, so that gives me a semblance. I do see another one that's a high one. That doesn't mean I don't want to get rid of it yet. This is a public record sale, though. Okay, I'm going to get rid of it. Scratch out. I like to get rid of public records because I can't really trust their stuff, like what it's coming from. So, outlier here. She got a little boxable on it. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of that. Cool. Okay, so this looks a lot cleaner now. You can see like there's not a ton of outliers. This is the only one that's high. So let's go insert column. Let's do average equals average between here to here. So I don't have a ton. That's good enough right there. So because yeah, I don't have a big chunk of data here. Yep, perfect. Thank you. This thing already knows what I'm trying to do. Average. Cool. Okay, so this is pretty good. I like this. This is not ascending right here. And I'm gonna say there's something going on with this. Achievers. This outlier right here. Why is this so low? Very limited access. Just a little bit over here, and it's completely been clear cut. That'll do it, folks. Cool. So let's get rid of that guy too. Forget that guy. I don't have a lot of good numbers here, so I'm going to change this a little bit. So, yeah, so I'm just looking at this now, and I'm like, okay, well, this kind of varies a little bit, kind of goes up when you get to the larger acreages, which is a little strange. And it goes down here. So, let's see what some of these look like. I mean, that's just your classic lot. Great rural lot. Okay. It's a nice lot too. It's an interesting. This does happen in some markets where it does go up. You'll see this is actually a duplicate, so let's get rid of that. Delete row. I'm only pulling from 3 comps. It's also why it could be off. So I'll probably just tailor this down a little bit, and then kind of like maybe go up 5,200 around here because I'm offering a parlay off this 50% of this. So um, I'm gonna get rid of this guy too. 11,000. I like that. So I think I like 11,000, 6,000, 4,000, 35.85. I think that's what I like. Okay, so what I want to do here is I want to get rid of all this stuff that's like, oh, sorry, my raw data. So I only want to take the stuff that does not have a yes here. Let's turn this. Let's sort by. Yeah. Looks like we're good on the wet zone, flood zones here. So let's get rid of all the stuff that's a yes. I mean, unknown. Okay. Now, I could have just downloaded the clean set, but I like to take all this data and save it, and then I'll go back through later on and I actually mail some areas that are landlocked. I'll mail them with a very specific mailer, right? And I'm asking them if you do have access, things like that. I'd be interested in purchasing it, but only if you have access. So I do that specifically. We'll do like a big mailer like that every so often. Okay, cool. So I'm going to get rid of all these for now because I don't need it in this sense. So let's delete these columns. I just want to move this stuff over. I'm glad you're showing this. I'm curious what you would do when the prices don't always trend downward smoothly. try to pull more data. Yeah, you know what? Sometimes just don't get in the mix of things. Don't worry about it too much. Just if it looks close, just move on. Throw some numbers on it. You're gonna offer half of it anyways. And then when the lead comes in, like let's say you change numbers and you brought it up to 5,200 or whatever the case may be. Um, when the lead comes in, you'll probably get like 3, 4 leads from that specific data set, right? If you overprice 3 or 4 leads, whatever, you just negotiate them down. It's not the end of the world. It's easier, it's better just to get the mail out there than it is to worry about like, am I perfect? Am I this? Am I that? Just get it out there. And that's it. And there's a cure for like a lot of things. And it's like, if you just send more leads, you're going to be in a good spot. Just send more mail and you'll start noticing all your worries go away. Okay, so we got market. We got PPA. Then we're going to do market price. And then offer. Price. Okay, so I want to create filters right here. Sort by A to Z. Now for this, I'm going to go my first PPA. It's 11. Okay. Equals this times this equals this times 0.55. Okay, cool. That's my offer pricing. And we're just going to drag this lovely lady down. So we're going to stop right here. And I'm going to go one more. That's fine. So I'm going to go back to here. I'm going to feather this in smoothly. So we're actually going to go 61.53 up here. I'm not too worried about it. I think the pricing is pretty dang close. 61153. So 61153, whatever, 23. Doesn't matter. Well, that's a wrong number. We took out one too many there. That would be an amazing offer if they got that. Cool. Drag this down to just about 20s. Okay. We're there. I'm going to drop this price. So we saw something around, I'm going to drop this like 5,200. 52,395.4. Man, I did it again. I'm really overpricing these guys. About to get crazy offers. Okay, cool. I am most excited about Vegas because it is just going to be a good time just hanging out with other land guys that understand the talk and do this stuff, because I'm heavy into other real estate sectors and it's just different. Guys don't understand land and they look at you like you're crazy when you tell them that this is what you're doing. They're like, I don't even know what that means. Da, 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 da. Like, well, here's how it works. And try to explain it to them and they're just not getting it. And teach their own, but it'd be nice to get in a room again and talk to guys that everybody's doing the same thing. 3585. 3585. Okay. All right. So we are priced. That is a wrap. So here is my thoughts. We're mailing this out. So I have 647. So let's do the numbers real quick, right? So let's go 647. And I'm going to get a 0.00. Oops. 0.00. I'm getting like a 0.06% response ratio. So I should get about 4 leads off this. So of 4 leads, our closing ratio, we're pretty much, we're like 1 out of 9 leads. Because some of the leads, a lead is also somebody who calls in and says, screw you, I don't want to talk to you. So we're counting them as well. We're closing pretty much 1 out of 9. So you're talking this mailer. We'll mail this out. We'll probably get 4 leads. Maybe we'll get 1 contract, depending. It just depends on like the other leads that come in too. We could probably pull 1 contract out of here. So, but then again, I don't know. Maybe we get nothing. This is just how it is. It's just part of it, right? So you just got to roll with it. So, what can you do here? Amazing. So that's pretty much it. That's pricing markets, guys. It's not hard. I mean, it took me, we're 51 minutes. I picked a market, priced a market, did everything like that. It is not hard. It's not rocket science. It's basically just getting out there, doing it, hitting the numbers, and kind of just throwing it out there. You got to see what happens. And once you do, you'll start seeing like it doesn't always matter how critical you are and looking at the numbers and being perfect at their pricing. It doesn't freaking matter because you might have one person call in that entire data set. And all you need is one person to sell and you're making money. So we're seeing like our average right now is to a closed contract, not a contract signed, but a closed contract actually purchased. We're seeing about like 3,800 letters to a closed deal. Okay. And those deals, our average deal size is about $30,000. So what's our cost? Our cost for that, if we're factoring in data, mail, everything like that, systems, tools, and everything like that, our cost is for 3,900 is about $2,000 for the actual mail, right? So the lead could get in. With everything else, we're about $3,200. So I'm making, simply put, if our average deal size is about 30K, I'm making a 10x ROAS, return on ad spend. Okay. But the good thing is we get a lot of deals that are bigger than 30K. Some are 60K, some are 70K. We've closed a 220K this year, and we've closed, we have another 60K coming up, another 60K, another 50K, 100K. All those deals are coming up now. So you average them all together, we're probably going to be closer to average deal size of about 55,000 throughout the rest of the year, which means if I'm spending 3,200 or whatever to get a deal, my return on ad spend is closer almost to 18x, something like that. So I know if I put $3,200 out, I will get back 18 times its friends, right? So it's kind of a no-brainer when you start getting into this and just keep rolling. It does take time to build up sometimes. You got to build that lead pipeline and stuff, but it's not hard. So awesome, guys. I'm going to cut it here today. I'm going to go grab the kids. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Thank you. If you guys need anything, hit me up. Watch last week's video and find properties. Send them to me. Let's get you your first deal. Let's make you 200 grand. And then let's get you into this full time. So appreciate you guys. Have a good one.